There is a new athletic director as we speak right now. John Currie out, former head coach Phillip Fulmer in, beloved obviously by the Volunteer fan base. How did this though come about?
Well, it has just been a mess here in Knoxville for the past few weeks. And last night, the athletic director, who has since been suspended, John Currie, apparently went out to the West Coast on his own. UT Chancellor Beverly Davenport wanted him to come back to Knoxville. Instead, he went to LA on his own, ended up meeting with the Washington State coach. That you actually figured out that you thought that Coach Leach was going to end up coming to Knoxville. It looked like they were close on a deal. Instead, Chancellor Davenport has Currie come back to Knoxville. He's there this morning. They have a short meeting, and at that time, she suspends him. And within only a couple of hours, word started to leak that the beloved Phillip Fulmer will take over as the acting athletic director. Looks like he has a 2-year contract, so this is a little bit more than just on an interim basis. And the good news for Tennessee is I think for the first time in a while, you see some real stability in that athletic department.
Phillip Fulmer met with the media on Friday afternoon, and you got a sense of, I don't know if anger is the right word, but definitely a passion to try. You could kind of sense the frustration, I think, in his voice with the way things have been going. But with the change here now, how do they progress forward? What's the timeline? Do they kind of pause and push a reset on this, or do they just keep pressing on?
You know, your guess is really as good as mine when it comes to this coaching search, because what you would predict ends up being completely opposite. It's really hard to say. One thing to keep in mind here, the early signing period is December 20th. That's brand new this year for college football. So time really is of the essence. Vols have less than 3 weeks to maintain this signing class and also to maybe get some of those guys who had decommitted to get them to come back. So I don't think Tennessee wants to waste too much time in getting that next coach in. But what we've seen is that they've got to get the right guy in. They've got to get a guy in that wants to be at Tennessee. I mean, this is still, even with all the stuff that's gone on over the past 9-10 years, you still have a massive stadium, a passionate fan base. The coach is going to make a boatload of money. So as much as people kind of, denigrate the program a little bit and say that things are not going well, it's still one of those top 20 programs in the country.